Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for your coming. Let me introduce ourselves and myself a bit. So we are a group of 4 people which are acting military to us and to volunteers, and we came from Ukraine, from the war. We moved from a very long distance to come to see you, and our mission is non-official public diplomacy, which is going to try to explain the things and the reality which is happening now. And as we can see, there is the end of the old world order. I'm sure that not everyone is feeling it here yet. We feel it in Ukraine for, but now the new world is coming. And we think that our mission is to tell you and to warn about things that we will not be warned in Ukraine in 2014 and 2022. It's a wonderful city, wonderful people, and it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I want this to be kept like this. And I want people live carefree, but to stay where we are now it's impossible. And we came to explain you what's happening now in the world, in Ukraine, in Europe, and right now we're in the situation that a big comet is coming at us, so we try to make people look up. We will try to explain you the things happening in our continent. It will take some time. I think about 3.5 hours with breaks. We will describe the politics of Russia since 1991 after USSR. Thank you. Sometimes it takes a long time to understand some very simple things. And we needed some time to understand the retrospective of what Russia was doing since 1991 till nowadays. So the plan will be like this. After we introduce ourselves, we will start playing the documentary, which is a short version of a longer documentary, but I don't want to take more time of you. In 45 minutes, we will make a short break with a conclusion. Tea, coffee, you can order, please, sweets. First, we will start from the period before Putin's ruling, from 1991 till 2000. Then we will show you and explain some things which already happening in Europe. For example, the root of migration crisis, which is very acute now, especially in Western Europe. Why did it come from, where, and how it's related to Russia. And we will end with the modern situation in Ukraine. And together I want us to try to model things which may happen in this or that scenario. For example, in a scenario if Ukraine completely loses, which can be, or in scenario that we don't lose, at least. And how it will affect Hungary. Because of course we came here for Hungarian people, but the point is that Hungary and Ukraine and Europe are related. We are one big family in one continent, and we must find out how to live further in more or less democratical way. Now we see that autocracies and dictatorships are trying to rebuild the things in the world, and the consequences of this rebuilding we can feel in Ukraine. I really don't want you to feel it here. That's why we tried you to warn, and you will see yourself what to do with this knowledge. Thank you so much. I will give microphone to my colleagues. They will speak a little, and then we will start.
Thank you, Alexei. Thank you for your coming. We will not take a lot of time of our speech, but let us to introduce a little bit and explain why we are here. I am Святослав Дубіна. I am active military. Before war, I was not going to be soldier, but God changed my mind and changed my history. Now I am in vacation, but I decided to come to you and inform you our mistakes and explain how to ignore is depend on our future. I have three crucial points I want to inform you and mention it. First of all, when you are not ready to the war, you will have it. When you are ready for the war, you will not have it. And the decision is what you will have and what you want to have. If you don't want to have the war, you have to be prepared. Unfortunately, we don't believe that we will have a Russian invasion and we will have a Russian war, but we have. And we understood that, understand that if we will start to fight, we will leave. The second point is, which I will have to mention, that old world peace destroyed, and now the new world are in a process, and it will take and it will depend on the end of the Russian and Ukrainian war and unity of Europe. And its main point, what we have to realize and to do in the future. And the second point is that everything starts with information war. After that, now we have different means cognitive war. It's well described by Orwell. War is a peace, and we see that how it changed the world now. So the main position of our people and our understanding that when we start fight with a Russian aggression, we will save. If we will not, we will have war in the Europe, and now we have consequences in the old war. So we come to explain how it's crucial for all Europe. Thank you, and I will give some words for my colleagues. Julia, you are ready?
Hello, I am Julia Glushkon. I am a public auditor in Ukraine. I have my command. It's nearly 10 people who do audit in Ukraine. And our team, it is not all people who we can see. In Ukraine, our team, it's nearly 20, maybe 30, maybe 100 people. We cannot eat. But what I can to ask you, we are a team of people and guided by common sense defense and pragmatic people. We are full aware in the situation inside in our country, and our task is to explain, to use the causes and have led to the consequences in the war, and to show we show you how ignorance is history results in finally military events even in the 21st century. And our careful and our observing this process, and they have expensive and conducting debate and including words with which they can difference the drone industry. This is process in Russia far great than industry tanks and industry other. And we, our company, and we together give you our sincere, and we thank you very much for your time, for your attention, for our film and our team. Thank you very much.
My name is Юрій Коновачук, leader Liberty Party Ukraine. Мій рівень англійської недостатній, так же само, як і недостатня ненависть до нашого ворога. Тому я все ж таки попробую з допомогою висказатися людині, що я думаю, будь ласка.
This is Yuri. He doesn't speak English free, unfortunately, but we will try to say something short.
Коли ми думаємо, що з ворогом можу про щось домовитися, то це балачки, які не ведуть нас до перемоги зовсім.
When we think that you can make a deal with enemy who wants to kill you physically, this is lies. You cannot.
Я вже списаний з війська, територіальна оборона, і я бачив те, що творилося під Києвом, я якраз очищав від ворогів все те, що було. Я ходив по підвалах, я бачив трупи людей, я бачив все те, що відбувалося з людьми. Ми воюємо не з людьми, ми воюємо з непотрібом, який не пожаліє нікого.
Yuri was in the military before. Now he's out because of health, and he was taking part in military actions in Kyiv region, in Bucha, and he saw dozens, hundreds of corpses and dead people killed in Kyiv. And what he wants to say that it's war not with people. This is something else, another form of life.
Ці люди не жаліють, і я бачив те ж саме, коли я допомагав хлопцям, вивозив якраз людей з Харківської області після зачистки, що відбувалося там. Якщо вважаєте, що війна це десь далеко, вона поруч з вами. Вона з 2014 року, я вивозив людей з Луганська, коли супроводжували колону Росія-24. Вони знімали репортаж, коли вже почалася дійсно окупація України ще з тих часів.
Since 2014, he was acting as a volunteer, taking people outside of regions where there were military actions, and it was all filmed by Russian journalists, and he saw himself, the things as they are.
Ми вчора приїжджали повз Мішкольц, і там відбулася зустріч одного видатного діяча, який призивав про те, що Україні не потрібно допомагати. Це наша загальна війна, це не лише наша проблема. Просто ми знаходимося зараз ближче. І коли відбудеться дуже страшне з Україною, то, повірте, вам буде ще важче, тому що люди побіжуть з України і побіжуть в ті країни, в яких більш-менш зараз затишно. І зараз з України також я бачив колони, коли люди виїжджають. Київ без світла, Київ без тепла. Важко вам уявити, що це відбувається зараз в цьому місті, коли воно більш-менш було процвітаючим. Це не Будапешт, але Київ ставав більш-менш європейським містом. Тепер він без світла, без тепла, без води.
Yesterday, passing through Mishkolsk, we looked at the city, and we came here to Budapest, looking at lights and everything, comparing it with Kiev. which is now is freezing, has no light, water, electricity, and it was a nice capital in the past. Now it's all in the past. Now people are surviving on the terrible missiles attacks and freezing in this frosty weather. We don't want this happen here.
Нас, як людей, як нашу владу, є за що критикувати. І я вас розумію. І ми їх критикуємо. Але в об'єднанні якраз проти ворога ми підтримуємо нашу владу. Ну, продовжуючи при цьому всьому підказувати те, що вони недосконало можуть зробити все для захисту нашої країни і для того, щоб вона працювала. Але знаєте, коли ми не можемо зараз захистити нашу країну від зовнішнього ворога, то боротьба з корупцією і боротьба з внутрішнім ворогом і засилля влади, яка все ж таки залишається сегментом того соціалізму, який був раніше. З голови це все за один день не вигнати. Але ми робимо якраз те, що сьогодні може змінити і Україну також. Це наша Європа, також як і ваша Європа. І ми хотіли бути поруч з вами. Ми хотіли поважати тих людей, які розділяють наші устремління. Людей, які бачать наше майбутнє сумісне і єдине майбутнє. Тому що є головний ворог зараз. І якщо це хтось ще не зрозумів із вашої влади, із вашого народу, то, можливо, вони зрозуміють. Важко нам було осягнути, що люди, з якими у нас така велика кількість, і схожа мова, і схожа зовнішність, і дуже велика кількість людей, які мають поріднені зв'язки, що може трапитись таке велике лихо.
We have many common problems, including powers, corruption, anything, and some things don't unite us. But speaking briefly, this all doesn't matter when we are facing the real enemy, which simply wants to destroy or capture everything that we see. And we think that all our European family must think something together, how to overcome these difficulties.
Дякую, це було коротко, я не буду більше забирати час. Ці дві людини зараз служать. Я бачу ще одну людину, яка знаходиться зараз на абілітації, знаходиться в нашому залі. Всім приходиться дуже важко, і я дякую вашу країну. Я дякую вам за підтримку, за допомогу, за те, що ви розумієте, що відбувається з нами зараз, і те, що потрібно робити, щоб це не вчепилося до вашої країни, до вашої країни, до ваших людей. Я дякую сильно вам всім за допомогу. Деякі кажуть, що це не потрібно допомагати. Ні, я дуже вдячний кожній людині, і ми будемо вдячні після війни, не лише зараз. Ми пам'ятаємо і ми цінуємо вас, ми любимо вас, наші друзі. Дякую.
Thank you very much for support to Hungarian people who supported us in this harsh period, and we appreciate it. We will never forget how Hungarian people helped us, and we hope that together we can overcome it. So, it was very brief, not very brief, maybe. Let's start. Right now there will be 46 minutes of first part of the movie, which is pre-Putin period. Then I take a short word and I will explain. You will see all yourself, but I will give a short explanation of why and how they did it. Unfortunately, I can't say enjoy, but we must take a look at what we're dealing with. So I start with one of the lines, and that's it. Let me say briefly a few words, and let's make a short break. It's a cut version, and even if it won't be a cut, we had a long time to explain all, but I will try to make it short. We count the purpose was always how many? 6 or 7 wars in so-called democratic Russia before Putin. It's very simple to figure out why they did it, and the purpose was always the same: money, oil, and that's it. Azerbaijan was destroyed. Now they regained because the movie was done in 2021. But with destruction of Azerbaijan, they destroyed their competitor oil market and also gained control over oil fields. Also, they put military in Armenia. There were dozens of massacres there that we didn't mention. Moldova, they started the war because they needed to control the gas pipeline to Balkans. Georgia twice, Southern Ossetia and Abkhazia, was attacked to kick the pro-European president. And also they made Georgia a kind of gate for criminal. Most of controlled organized crime in Russia was from Georgia. So everything illegal flew through Georgia to Europe. For example, heroin, that was set under control in Tajikistan. Russia is a big supporter of heroin in Europe, the biggest. And Yugoslavia, during the Yugoslav wars, because of their so-called help, they gained control on Yugoslavia media, Yugoslavia, and now it's Serbia, oil, and it's very sad that the criminal in Yugoslavia called Igor Girkin later destroyed MH17 in 2014. And they wiped out Chechnya twice. The loyal leader of Chechnya, who decided to be loyal, later was killed by FSB. So it's very simple. They cut everything. I think that the words that were told by different people here from the monitor, for example, first Chechen president Johar Dudayev, this guy from Chechnya, also general, we already heard it nowadays from Ukraine. We also heard something in Ukraine that was told in Hungary in 1956. SOS, SOS. Russian tanks have been here already. There was the case with Iran. Media don't tell it, but now Iran has nuclear weapons. They have problems with missiles, but I'm sure they will come and now solve them. So this was preambulary, if you understand, what was the 90s. Now we came to Putin's ruling since 2000, and now it's a time for break. I don't know if we need a break, bigger break or not, you will tell me. But in my opinion, what we will see next will be most important for you as European citizens, because now we will show you what has been already done here in Europe for the last 10 years in different parts, like this, and how it affected you. The biggest and most serious case is with migrants and Islamic terrorism, for example. Next part will be, for people who stay here, about 1 hour, a bit more, 1 hour and 5 minutes or something, which will take a period from 2000 and I will say that it was till 2022. And it will cover invasion to Georgia in 2008, war in Syria and its affection of Europe, and I will say that it was the most catastrophic things happened in the Middle East and here. People simply just don't realize it, and I will not be political correct. Here we are happy not to have this problem in Eastern and Central Europe, unlike Westerners. Start of invasion to Ukraine in 2014, intervention to Kazakhstan in 2022, and some cases which happened in Europe during this period. We will simply mention. You see, nothing changed. We need a break. I hope you see you. Thanks. For me, okay, I'm done. I don't know if anyone wants to say something or ask or whatever, and you yourself tell me if we need a break or shall we continue or whatever.
At least the short version of the document that you are presenting is not making strong analytical case for the linkage between, and it's a very long story, but it simplifies in a way that it doesn't look credible. So I think in that sense, one would need a much more thorough analysis between the linkage of ISIS and the Russian FSB, or broader Islamic terrorism and the Russian state. I'm not saying that this linkage is not there. What I'm saying is that it's not credibly analyzed.
I understand. I will be very simple. The bombing of Syria and destruction of anti-Assad opposition created a precedent of big migration to Europe. And this was the way Russia was protected its gas supply to Europe. Otherwise, pipeline would be built from Qatar to Russia and they would simply lose their money. It's number one. And number two, since 1948, if I'm not mistaken, Russia has been supplying weapons to Israel enemies, and they funded Islamic groups. It's not a secret.
No, it's not about the secret. I just find it too simple.
Yeah,
it's a very complex
that's not
process.
how it works. That's more complicated.
Thank you.
But it's okay.
Thank you for your opinion. However, the ISIS commanders, which were Saddam's army commanders before, probably should let people a bit think, because Saddam was a basis of KGB in the Middle East.
In your intro, you said we Hungarians and Ukrainians are close and friends and friendly nations and so forth. We had here a refinery blown up not so far from here, most probably done by Ukrainians. The Nord Stream pipe, as it turned out, blown by Ukrainians. We had the friendship oil pipeline supplying us with oil, mostly exclusively Russian oil. It's blown by Ukraine. So, if we are all that great friends, can you comment this, please?
Thank you for your question. Let's start from the Nord Stream. Germans say that we did it. If we did, we protect ourselves in this way. Because it's the source of money for Russia. And the same answer will be for destruction of oil tube. I understand what you are speaking about. It's the same. I cannot comment the politics of Hungarian Prime Minister, because I think it will be very incorrect from my side if I come here and start saying that I don't like this or that. I will never say anything. It's completely business of Hungarian people, what's here. However, I should say that what I faced is that sometimes official position of different politics can differ from position of people living here.
Absolutely, yes. I come from a war-torn country, Yugoslavia, it's not a secret. And you have presented this one way, but it's never so black and white. There is always another side of the scale and a different other side of the medal. I'm not saying these are good or these are bad. War is a horrible thing and it's so unfortunate. But I wish you peace. But if you want peace, you have to stop fighting. That's how peace comes.
Why?
Why? Because if I'm with Klitschko boxing and he offers me peace, I need to accept it. Otherwise, he's gonna destroy me.
But the point is that if I stop fighting, they will destroy me.
I tell you why. Because Ukrainian blood and lives are so cheap. Americans and European unelected presidents gonna fight until your last blood, drop of blood. So you have to stop the fight. And I really wish you peace.
Thank you for your opinion. May I ask you, what about all another cases that were shown here? You can check it easily in internet, whatever.
I'm closely monitoring international politics and war zones for the last 30 years. I've been to at least half of these places you have mentioned.
You've been in Chechnya?
No, not in Chechnya.
You've been in Georgia?
Yes, I have been in Georgia twice.
Where?
I've been in Georgia twice, last time on a wine route, and it was...
In Azerbaijan?
No, not in...
In Croatia?
Yes.
I lived in Croatia.
I am made in Croatia.
Okay. And what they say?
So it's not the point where I have been. It's very unfortunate, and I really wish you peace and prosperity. But by fighting somebody, you cannot have peace. You can have peace by not fighting.
But sorry, the fighting was started by Russia. This is, I think, this is black and white.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you.